Good afternoon to all of my fellow Bahamians. But you know what? Not just to my fellow Bahamians, but to everybody out there globally. We're talking from a global aspect. Everyone, right? Here's what's making news today. Um this is news, I'm telling you. Being brought to you by a new network in town. It's the DJ Titus Vibing Network. Yeah, we're bringing you news now. Disclaimer, I have no paper, so don't come asking me for any newspaper. But I do have news. So, here's what's making news today, right? So it says here, Inland Revenue Department, Bahamas, Tax Authority acknowledges poor public perception and pledges a more inclusive, cooperative approach. Officials say relations between taxpayers and the authority have often been combative, quote, right? So it continues, and plan to improve communication while encouraging voluntary compliance. Right. So that right there I just read. That came from EW News. Everybody knows what that is. Everyone knows what that is. If you don't know, that's Eyewitness, right? Then good news for travelers because new airline routes bring Canada closer to the Bahamas. Porter Airlines has added the Bahamas to its network, expanding direct access from Canada to these tropical islands, a potential boost for travel, tourism, and business. And that is coming from Travel and Tour World. And then there's more, yes, there's more, right? It says travel gets smoother with a new partnership between Emirates and Bahamas Air. The interline agreement is the interline agreement is expected to offer better flight connection convenience for those traveling to and from the Bahamas. Traveling to our world again. So you can find all this from Travel and Tour World if you look them up on Google, right? Okay, so let's continue. Big golf spotlight. So if you're into sports, I guess this one is for you. 2025 Hero World Challenge begins this week at Albany Golf Club. The tournament draws an elite, limited field, giving local viewers a front row seat to international golf competition. And that is from Golf News Net and To Talk Sport. Alright, so for local crime report, it says here a man was reportedly found stabbed to death on Track Road in Gamia Village. A distressing event that adds to recent concerns over violence. Once again, that is from Eyewitness News. Alright, so we're now going to go to global news. This is what is around the world. This is what's going on around the world. And it says here, BBC faces another major shakeup. Funding crisis looms as its leadership struggles with controversy. Oh boy. The global broadcaster is under scrutiny following claims of bias and controversies around editorial decisions, or putting its future and reputation in flux. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Okay. And that is from Reuters. Reuters. If you guys want to know how to spell that. Okay. Now, it says here global diplomacy and tensions. Emmanuel Macron, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, warns European leaders of a potential U.S. betrayal over the conflict in Ukraine. His warning reflects deepening concern in Europe over shifting U.S. policies amid ongoing negotiations involving Russia and Ukraine. Okay. And that is from The Guardian. And now it says United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres to headline the Reuters Next Summit 2025 in New York, joining global leaders, business executives, and media heads. The summit will tackle big issues from geopolitics to the future of AI, economics, and media. Wow. All right. Okay. Now we have some disastrous news here, so prepare yourselves. It says here catastrophic floods in parts of Asia kill over 1,500 people. Jeez, that is a lot of people. Survivors are receiving emergency aid amid growing calls to fight deforestation. The tragic events, global climate, humanitarian, and environmental concerns. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Middle East conflict. Of course, when we hear that, we know what's going on. A body returns to Thailand, reportedly of a hostage held in Gaza, as tension remain high in the Israel-Gaza war. Okay, so I guess that thing is still going on. It's a grim reminder of the human cost in ongoing conflict zones worldwide. And that is from our news. Okay, well, that right there is what is making news there. Now, I am going to see what else is making news before I close this off. Hang on a second. We will see what else is making news, because I know that there are some things that I did not cover, And some news may be older than others. I just want to point out here. So if it is, just let me know in the comments. I will be reading comments. I always read my comments. There's never a time when I don't read my comments. So just let me know. Okay, so we got some juicy headlines here over here. I should have dropped into this first. I'm sorry guys, I should have. Um I'm looking at the Guardian's page, the NASA Guardian's page. Let me be clear about that one. And I see here, it says, Pickstop takes seat in Parliament. That's one. New U.S. ambassador arrives. That's another one. Doctors speak out on state of PMH. This should be juicy. Murder case dropped. And F&M asking the question, what is the percentage of Chinese labor for a new hospital? Yes, I think I heard something about a new hospital. And it says here, men acquitted of double murders after prosecution calls no witnesses. Okay. And it says here, Lightburn says Brooklyn Bridge barge owners will be fined. Wow. Okay then. Some other news here. You guys can check these out. If you realize I'm not going into them because I want you guys to check them out. And then let me know what you guys think about all of these things in the comments. I'm only here to give you guys juicy updates on what's going on. Okay, this thing says, Dowswell Street businessman says days-long sewer leak finally. Sorry, sewage leak, my bad. Finally cleaned up. Wonder what took them long. Anyways. Yes, man found dead in Gambia village. We just read that earlier. 283 voters registered for Golden Isles advance poll. This was probably like a few weeks ago when they were still doing the by-election. So, boy hospitalized after dog attack. Wow. That should be an interesting story. So I'm just reading headlines, like I said, because I want you guys to drop in. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about all of these things, because this is our news. This is Bahamian news, but not just Bahamian news. This is global news as well. When I read headlines from global areas, I want to hear what you guys think about those too. Not just us, but it's everything, right? It's about what is happening everywhere. We guys want you to feel the vibes of the world, the worldly vibes. Not just us as a Bahamas, but, the world. Where we live in this world. We have to know what's going on. So I want you guys to tell me. I want my vibers to tell me, how are the vibes going? What you guys think about all of this and more, right? Because we have another question here that says, what should be the government's priority for improving public health care? That's a good question. That is an amazing question. And guess what? I want to hear your guys' answers in the comments of this video. Well, it's not a video, it's an audio, but it's on YouTube, so I'm going to say video. And that's another thing I want to say. I'm going to put a little note piece in the beginning of the video letting you guys know that there's no visuals. It's just an audio thing, so just use your ears. And listen in, because this is the DJ Titus Vibes Network, where vision is, it takes center stage through audio. So you're going to use your ears and envision. Use your inner vision. That's where we use envision. Anyways, that is going to be it for right now. And I'm going to upload this to the channel. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the news here that I provided. And I will be back again with another news update. And I'm also going to be putting out in the first episode of The Blind Perspective. You guys stay tuned for that as well. Until then, you guys just stay tuned, stay locked in, and keep on vibing. I'll put everything on the Facebook page so that you guys can look there too, and consult the links in the description. So yes, like I said before, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on vibing. Thank you.